What's up, guys? Okay, so today we're going to talk about planetary gears inside transfer cases. So a lot of you know, if you've been following this build behind me, I'm doing a dual transfer case. It's dual 231 transfer cases. Well, inside these transfer cases, you've got your planetary gears, and they're only a 3 pinion. Now you can upgrade these to a 4 pinion, which is a little stronger, or you can upgrade them to a 6 pinion. Now, if you're like me and you like to do things on a budget and you like to tinker with things and build things, you can build your own 6 pinion. Now, the 3 pinions, they come in like the Cherokees, anything with a 231 transfer case, like the Cherokees, the Liberties, several other things, they come with a 3 pinion planetary. Now the S10s, the 231C transfer case comes with a 4 gear planetary. You can also get a 231D, that's in a Dakota, Dodge Dakota. I think those are also either a 3 or 4. But you can order aftermarket 6 gear planetaries. Well, I didn't really want to do that. I decided I wanted to make my own. So, now if you notice a couple differences, this one here came out of the Liberty. It's got the 3 gears right there, and it's got the little indents, you know, for 3 more. Now you can drill these out, but this is hardened steel. It's very, very hard to drill. Or you can find the planetaries that have the holes already pre-drilled. Like this one here came out of a YJ. I think it was a 93 or 94 YJ. Well, they also have a 3 pin or 3 gear planetary in them, just like the Cherokees. But the difference is these holes are already pre-drilled. You don't have to worry about that. And all the gears interchange. So it's a little bit of work, but I'm going to show you how to install gears in one of the planetaries that already have the holes drilled into it. Now, like I said, you can use this one, but you got to go and you have to drill all your own holes out. Which, like I said, this is hardened steel. It's going to be very hard to do. You're going to go through all kinds of drill bits, so I wouldn't recommend doing that. I would recommend just finding the transfer case parts that you need that's already pre-drilled. You don't have to worry about it. Now, if you don't have a shop press, that's fine. You don't have to have one. So, best thing to do is get your gear out of other planetaries that you've collected. Let me go grab one. Okay, so both of these also came out of either a Cherokee or Liberty. And you can see I've already taken all the gears out of these. All I did was pressed the gears, or press this center pin out, and then slid the gear off of it. Now, I did kind of screw up the first couple times I did it, because as soon as you pull these out, all these needle bearings that are right here, man, they just started flying out everywhere. So I had to come up with a plan, devise a way to press these out without losing all these. And the way I did that was I grabbed a bolt, I cut a bolt off that was the same diameter as the hole. It's just a fraction, I mean a small fraction smaller, and I just set it up together, kind of one on top of each other, and hammered them out. Pop, 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 pop. That's all I did. Hammered them out, and then I was able to take this pin out, and now this bolt was kind of stuck in there. It didn't really have anywhere to go, so I took a second bolt, cut it off, and slid it in place like that, to where it was inside the gear, and I was able to slide that gear out. So worked out pretty good. Alright, so how I pressed this gear out, or this pin out of this gear, is just kind of set it on something a little bit bigger diameter than the pin. I take the other smaller pin, and knock it out. Just keep hammering until it comes all the way out. There you have it. Now the holding pin is out, and all you have to do make sure it spins somewhat free in there, because it is kind of matter. All right, now you kind of lay it off the side there a little bit. There you go. You can see a little better now. Kind of lay it off the side a little bit. Your bolt shouldn't fall out, but if it does, that's kind of bad. Well, better yet, you can, anything that you can elevate the bolt will probably work. So what I did was I just held that on there, hammered it back through, and then as soon as I was able to, this is the part where you really got to be careful. Then when you go slide that out, make sure you grab on the top and the bottom, because it does have these little metal washers in there that if those move, you're going to lose all your bearings. So, but now you just pressed your gear out. Hopefully you don't tear up your plastic washers in the process like I did. But if you do, and you're building one of your own, you probably have several Planetaries laying around. So shouldn't be too big of a deal. But now that you got your gear out, you can press it in to your other Planetary housing. Alright, so now that you have your gear out, you can grab your new housing. It's got your other gears already put in it, and you can do it with the center gear in it, or you can take the center gear out. It doesn't really matter. So take your gear. Okay, actually I'm going to use this one. So it already has the pin in it that I need. Oh boy. Bearings like to fall out, so you got to be very careful. Taking off washer. Taking off washer. So the washer's on. It's kind of a good idea to do this as it's elevated on something else, because this pin is definitely going to want to try and slide out on you. You don't want that to happen. So first thing you do, set that down somewhere where I'm not going to lose anything. First thing you do is you got to try and tap your pin in place. There we go. Just a little tap and it should go right in there. Okay. Now grab your setup here and slide it in place. Hopefully. There is kind of zero tolerance in there, so this pin you have to make sure is not really sticking out any at all. If it is, you gotta kind of hammer it back down in there just a skosh. There we go. All right, let's try it again. Slide right in there. Now you can kind of tap it back down. This here is movable now. Alright, you just got to wiggle this gear around just slightly. And when you do, this will just tap on into place. And you'll feel your other little guide pin come out the bottom. See? Now you can slide this over and hammer it the rest of the way down. And there you have it. Give it a good spin both ways. And then check it and make sure everything is intact. Looks like it. Alright. Now that you have all 6 of your gears in your Planetary, you can go through and the 2 that you installed, or 3 that you installed, or however many, you can go through and either bevel the end, or you can put a little tack weld. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to bevel it just like they did from the factory. And all I'm going to do there is put something on the bottom side to where this pin can't come out, can't move, and get a chisel and smack it. Alright, the best way I have found to put that little notch in it that you need, go ahead and take this center gear back out. You don't really need it in there now. And I don't know if you can tell or not, I don't know if it'll show up, but it's got the notches right here. Yeah, right there. This is the one that I put in. It does not have them. Well, it does from the pre-existing, but they're not doing their job. So I have to go in and re-notch them. Same thing with this one down here. So now if you put it on a flat surface, like so, they can't really go anywhere. Then you just take your chisel and your hammer, smack it. Creates your own notch in it on both of them, and you should be good to go. Now that you've got your Planetary built the way you want it, next thing, set it down into your housing. Make sure it's in there all the way. How you can tell that is on the back side, or the front side I should say, that there's going to be a notch right here in that gear that you'll be able to put your snap ring on. So, which I'm not going to do that right now. This case is actually getting cut up to be the doubler, which is why I wanted the 6 pinion in it. I'm also going to be doing a 6 gear pinion in the main transfer case, not just the doubler. So that video should be coming out hopefully next week. We'll see. Still waiting on a couple other parts to show up for it. Really trying to build this thing as strong as I can. So yeah, that is how you build your own 6-gear Planetary. So I hope this video helped you. I know it's not my typical style video of working on Liberty, or mostly working on Liberty, but I figured it was, you know, pretty useful information. So thanks for watching. Appreciate it more than you guys know. Stay tuned for some more adventures. I do got some fun stuff planned for Gladiator, and there's going to be more build videos on Liberty. So thanks again, and we'll see you next time.